what's up guys? Been about a year and a half since I last uploaded. I ain't really had no motivation to really upload much, but as you guys can see already off the bat, there's a few differences already from the last time. But anyways, let's do a little walk around, a little update on the truck, see what's changed, what's different. I guess we'll start from the front to the back because we got goodies, everywhere from up here all the way to the very back, which is pretty exciting. So check it out. So exterior wise, not much has changed. It's more things that have changed are performance oriented, really. But off the bat, the wheels here, I finally got a matching full set of Forgestar D6s. If you guys know anything about these, I'm more than certain that they are discontinued. I picked these up a while back, I'd say maybe like 2 years ago, the 17x10s. And then these, I actually found them on eBay. There's a guy it's a new old stock. These are 17x7s, Forgestar D6. As far as D6 for the trucks, they're not on the website anymore, and you can't find them anywhere else. But I picked them up off of eBay a few months ago. $440 for both. For both front runners, the 17x7s. See this side right here, and then the passenger side, obviously. Yeah, so they're on the 215 6517, which honestly, it don't look bad, but I feel like once I put them on and everything, I probably should have gone maybe a size or two up. Maybe like a 225 or a 235, 60 or 65. Because like I said, it don't look bad, but did have to raise up the front about a ½ inch. Thankfully I'm on coilovers, so super simple as just, turning the little adjuster thing on the coilovers. When I got them, they were still in the box. All the original packaging, everything, the wrapping, the box, the little thing that goes around the wheel. If you've ever bought new wheels, they come with like a little protector cloth over it and like a little lid around the lip of the wheel and whatnot. In my opinion, they look badass. I think they really suit the truck with the black and the brushed finish they have on the lip. It matches well with the grill and the badges, which I don't have much chrome on the truck at all, but the little bit that it does have, it makes it stand out really nicely. Alright, so apart from the wheels up in the front, we have some goodies underneath the hood. As you guys can see, I don't know what happened to the grill, honestly. I really don't know. It took a crap. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know. It's got some patina going on. My hood could use a respray too. I haven't gone around to doing that. It's got some patina going on there as well as the roof. You guys can see that there's some pretty nasty patina up there. But it's not too big of a worry for me right now. But eventually I'll get around to respraying the hood, the roof, the grill. So if you guys follow me to the inside here, check it out. To give you guys a little clue, you got a button here. We got two more down here. And if you listen closely down here, a button down there too. This thing appeared randomly, so we got that chilling here too. We got a little something right here, looks like a little tube. I'm not sure what that is. Excuse the dirtiness. Oh, that's right, I gotta mention this crap too right here. We had a little surprise under there that we were not accounted for, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, check it out. Yes sir, the truck is now a nitrous truck. We got a little fogger system here, solenoids, purge solenoid, fuel solenoid, nitrous solenoid, nitrous line. We have RPM window switch right here, fuse box right here for all the relays and whatnot. Our relays are actually mounted right here, so you can see we got the bottle heater relay, the nitrous kit relay, and the purge relay. I built the entire harness myself. I planned it out. I learned, I studied the subject. I figured out how to wire it. I made a whole diagram for it. I wired the whole thing up, guys. I've never messed with nitrous before. Picked up a whole nitrous kit, easily worth maybe at least $1,500. It was 2 bottles, a bottle heater, the 2 bottle brackets, a nitrous outlet, nitrous progressive controller, there you go. All the relays for it, all the jets for the nitrous, the lines, the purge solenoids, everything. At least I did the math, it was about $1,500 worth of nitrous kit or system. I picked it all up for $300. I sold the extra bottle and the progressive controller for $100 each that same day, so I made back $200. So technically I got everything. I got the whole entire system for $100, which is a mega steal, mega steal, off of Marketplace, of course. I found it one day. I was actually eyeballing it for a while, and I was like, you know what, somebody persuaded me into buying it, and we went to go pick it up that same day. Now the truck is a nitrous truck. Not complete yet, obviously, but it's a nitrous truck. Sheesh, look at that, man. That looks beautiful up here, man. That's the bottle. It came with this bottle heater blanket. This blanket alone is like $200. just the blanket alone, I mean, it came with everything, guys, everything. Of course, I made the harness, you know, complete, but it came with everything. It came with the bottle pressure sensor as well. So when I turn the bottle heater on and it gets to the certain pressure, this switch will turn off the heater, so it won't get any hotter. And once it drops back down, it'll turn back on. As long as I have the switch, on, right? It came with also, I think I have it in here. Came with the blowout tube. I know for some racing, like at specific tracks, at bigger tracks, sometimes it's required for your car to have this. This is basically, if anything happens with the nitrous, where you know it comes out, where the bottle has a failure in it, this is supposed to go through the floor and it's supposed to empty it out, you know. But I could put it here for show. Pretty cool, adds a little more character, you know. But we're good with that right here for now. I mean, the guy even threw in a screwdriver, 2 little wrenches. Here's all the jets, the little nitrous jet size card, everything, guys, everything. The nitrous line is ran through right here, the rockers, and then up through the firewall. So check it. So since I have that RPM window switch, my nitrous will not activate until I hit 3,000. Also, since it's on the watt switch, wide open throttle, it will not activate until I hit 3,000 RPM and I'm at full throttle. So this switch only clicks on, if you can hear it, once the pedal is at wide open throttle. Right there. This one, I forget which one it is honestly, but this is for the bottle heater. This is for the actual nitrous system to turn it on. Right, they're actually very bright blue lights. This is the purge right here. With the key in the on position, you actually hear the relay click. Check it out. A little hot out here, guys, but I have done about 2 little test passes on the nitrous. Well, in total, I've probably done about 4 test passes with the nitrous. It's on a 75 shot right now. I'm not gonna go any more than that right now until I get it tuned for nitrous. But it did make a difference at the track for sure. It's not too much. I mean, you can't really feel it. 75 shot, little baby shot, you know, in this big honking truck. But that's a whole lot more cool factor to it. But that's about it for the nitrous setup, as far as every component and whatnot. Honestly, it's pretty straightforward stuff once you really learn how everything works and learn how to wire it up. It looks complicated because all the relays and wiring and whatnot. It's a pretty straightforward, simple, clean setup. Apart from that, we like last weekend I did my oil change, and I also added a oil filter pressure sensor with the oil filter sandwich adapter plate. Basically, if you guys know anything about these trucks, the oil gauge inside in the cluster is a dummy gauge. It's not an actual pressure gauge. It just shows you if you have oil pressure or no. It's just yes or no. And I added an actual gauge that would actually show me PSI. It's a Glowshift gauge. I'll show you guys in a second. You can kind of see it there somewhat. That little black plate right there, that's the oil pressure sandwich plate. It comes with like 4 fittings. You can add a temp sensor, oil pressure sensor, orient it whichever way you want. I got my sensor, you can't see it right here, but it's going out that way. I ran it through here. You can actually see the wiring harness here somewhere. There it is right there. Ran it through here, through this boot over here. Right there. And then this here is our oil pressure gauge. I put it here in the air vent. There's a few options you can do. You can do the A-pillar pods. There's a pod for right here. There's a bunch of options for pods, but I went with this just because I didn't want anything else in the way right here. These pillars already as is, you know, block a lot of view, in my opinion. I bought this little adapter here on eBay, about 25 bucks. I'll put the link for that in the description if you guys are interested in that. It's pretty good quality. It's you got to cut out the honeycomb piece in the back of the actual air vent, take out the air vent itself, and you just press it up in there. It fits perfectly fine. I tapped for power and ground into the volt gauge that I have down here. There's already a factory plug back here for the I believe it's the 4x4 switch. You can get power and ground off of that. It's already switched, so that makes it a whole lot easier. The only thing I don't have, since I connected the constant and the 12 volt switch together, it doesn't save the color memory, but you know, that's no big deal honestly to me. And this is what it looks like. Power's on, cycles up, and it's a 7 color gauge. The whole thing, the adapter plate, I bought it separately, but the gauge itself with the wiring harness and the sensor and everything comes in a package. You can get it in a package for about 100 bucks. It's got blue, green, red, light blue, yellow, purple, and then like a white color. And this was the jump mode. Oh no, this is the fade mode. Fades through all the colors. This is the jump mode. It jumps through each color. It works pretty good. I mean, overall, I'm happy with it. It works pretty well. The whole reason I did the whole oil pressure gauge is because back in January, I started getting a ticking sound from my engine bay, and it was a collapsed rocker arm that had gone bad. And well, I took off the valve cover one day, checked it all out. I found one rocker arm that was bad, it had a lot of play in there. And well, I was like, damn, well, I guess I gotta do the whole timing. Might as well. I mean, these trucks are not the 4.6 so much, but more the 5.4. The 3-valve in general is notorious for the timing chain guides breaking. So I bought the whole kit. I bought the whole entire Ford Performance kit, new rockers, lifters, chain tensioners, chain guides. It comes with the sprite, with the tone ring, chains, phasers. I did everything. It took me a little while because I had to take off the whole thing, and I would do it, you know, after work and whatnot. But it's got a whole new Ford Performance timing kit, everything, rockers, lifters, chains, all that timing stuff, all brand new Ford Performance with all the updated stuff. I did, however, do cast iron tensioners just because the plastic ones, they work fine, but I've heard people say that the little gasket around there sometimes does bust. And well, the cast irons are just straight metal to metal contact, and I did the cast iron tensioner mod, which is where you grind off like the last 3 or 4 teeth off the ratcheting mechanism. Also, because if we do end up putting like a 2-step in this thing, it'll allow for our rat tensioners, you know, to slide in and out without possibly getting stuck. It's a good idea to do them either way. And actually, when I was taking the whole thing apart up here, I took the timing cover off, and I actually did have, apart from that collapsed lifter on this side, or rocker, my bad, I did have a broken guide. It was just riding up on the chain. Luckily, it didn't disintegrate completely and, you know, mess up too much. But I did have a broken guide, so, you know, it's a good thing we did everything all at once. I also painted up the timing cover, nice little silver, cleaned it all up. The valve covers, now I kind of went all out with these right here. As you can see, they're a little dusty, obviously, but I painted them tuxedo black to match the exterior color. I went all out with it. I color matched the valve covers. I did a little lace action going on there. My first time ever getting that deep down into the engine, as far as tearing it apart. With that being done now, we should be able to get a little more life out of this thing. One other thing up here in the engine bay up front, I did swap out my headers because the other ones that I had, it ended up cracking around the collector, so I went with some eBay specials. I had to beat them up a little bit. I did record the whole process, I think, so I'll show you guys how to do that too, maybe, if I feel like it. My plan is I do plan on going with long tubes, with some 5.4 long tubes. The only thing is that they're pretty expensive, so I've been, you know, kind of pushing that back a little bit. They're like $1,400. I plan on going with Cooks. You know, Cooks is a pretty reputable brand. This guy named Zachary, if you watch this video, shout out Zach, he did it already on his with those same headers, so now we know that long tubes will fit up in here. We plan on doing that as well. So real quick, to add to that header story, actually the exhaust shop where I took it to get them done installing it, they actually screwed me over pretty bad. They cross-threaded like 2 of my bolts, so I had to weld nuts up in there to get them out, and I had to re-tap them. It was a giant headache, but you know, I've done it twice already, so now I know how to do it. I know how to execute headers on these trucks. I know the steps to take to make a header install on these trucks go a lot more smoother. Now, as for the rear, as you guys can see here, we got a roll pan. Exterior wise, we got a roll pan. That is because beginning of the year as well, I got rear-ended coming from the track. Some guy, I guess I was gonna turn right at a yield, and you know, you gotta yield obviously for traffic coming this way. I was going, you know, anyways, the guy said he thought I wasn't gonna stop for some reason when there was traffic coming. I got rear-ended. It mushed up my bumper. I'll throw up a photo too. Mushed it up pretty bad, enough to where back here you can't really see it now because it's covered up, but scratch there. It crinkled my bed corner a little bit, and it even kind of pushed this bed corner in, because when I took the tailgate off, it wouldn't go back on, so I had to grind a little post where it slides onto. But yeah, we got that out of the way. About 130 bucks on eBay, like 120, 130. Color match as well with rattle cans. I had a friend of mine buff it out for me. I did the little spike plugs on there. Pretty simple install. It just screws in right here to the head. Some self-tappers, as well as down here self-tapper. But honestly, if I was wanting to do a roll pan on this thing, and well, I had a reason to do it now, you know, and I think it came out pretty good. I had to do a little bit of body work to it because it wasn't perfect from out of the box, but it turned out pretty good. You don't really see 12 gens with roll pans, so it definitely stands out. Makes the back end look a lot more sleek, a lot more street, I guess you could say. I don't know. I like it though. What do you guys think about it? Now, as for the rear end, we actually have 410 gears as well, and a posse unit. I'm out of sweat, I ain't even doing nothing. I had 410 gears and a posse unit now. I did that myself as well. I studied the whole topic. I watched a bunch of videos. I watched one video like hundreds of times basically to really get the whole thing down. I studied it, And I asked questions, read forums, I did as much research as possible, and when I was confident enough that I understood it, I tackled it. It's a Ford Performance rear end gears, Ford Performance gears, and the posse unit. It's Ford 8.8. It's actually labeled as on LMR. I got it off of LMR. It's labeled as the Cobra posse unit, basically. So like the factory Cobra posse unit with Ford Performance gears. I did the whole thing. It came out beautifully for my first time ever doing a diff. It was a little nerve-wracking sometimes, especially when you're trying to set up the preload on certain things. But honestly, now that I got this one done, I've been waiting for my homeboy to get his so we can do his. It took a bit of work. Yeah, we got posse unit now. I'll record the process when we do my homeboys. Eventually, when we end up doing his, I'll record the process to show you guys. I did that back in December, if I'm not wrong. Apart from that, I also did a Walkaround 525, aka a Hellcat fuel pump. Since we are nitrous, and when we do get it tuned, I want to have a little bit more headroom, you know, so you don't run out of fuel. Because my plan is to spray like a 125 shot. It should hold up pretty nicely. I was debating either 100 shot or 125. I'm just go ahead and do the 125. Why not? You know, it's not a drop-in pump. You gotta wire it in yourself and whatnot. But that was a pretty straightforward process. I have clips of that stuff too, which I do plan on putting together and posting it out there for anybody out there who, you know, wants to do a fuel pump swap on their truck and they don't know how. I'll walk you guys through the whole process. With the nitrous, you know, we need more fuel. It is a wet kit. Don't want to run out of fuel and run lean and, you know, boom. That pump honestly is pretty overkill for the whole thing. Better safe than sorry. As far as injectors go, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out once we get it tuned if we need injectors. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Hold up. I also did this right here. This quick little mod I did. These are pretty popular right now. You can see my bumper's a little scratched up from it. That's all user error. But it's a velocity stack, right? So if you guys have seen like the newer gen, the 10-speed F150s, they do the whole velocity stack up in the grill, like right here. I didn't want to do it that way, so I optioned out for the fog light. It'll fit perfectly in here. And this, it doesn't go directly to the throttle body. It feeds straight into the air box. My air filter has a hole underneath, and I got this like slinky material tubing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there it is. It's like a slinky material tubing, and it was a quick and easy mod for a little more airflow. Right now it's not going into the airbox because it was raining the other day, and I didn't want to get water up in there. It adds a little more cool factor to it, I guess. One thing that I did pick up like a weekend ago, I actually picked up a Mustang GT intake manifold from the 3-valve, right? With the Steeda billet aluminum delete plates, and it has a throttle body too, but I took it off to clean it up and poured it. Picked it up for $200. It was a mega steal off of Marketplace again. And we're gonna throw this thing on once we're ready to tune it. This should help a whole lot more with, you know, that high-end RPM. Once I do that thing, I will show you guys how to wire it up, because the Mustang throttle bodies use 2 different plugs, not like our just one single plug. So you gotta do a little bit of wiring and whatnot, but luckily this guy I know in Houston did this exact same thing to his truck. Same truck as mine, same engine platform and everything, same color too. And he figured it out before me, and shout out to him. I believe that about wraps it up for a little update video on the truck, a little Nitrous F150. Enough said. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit long, but we went through pretty much everything that's been done to it, like I said. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, hopefully soon.